Bro, the chess community has been going crazy.
Yeah, the chess community got a new update.
Yeah. So let's first.
So chess is different, or
let's first fill you in.
So originally, we know the whole anal beads, tobacco and stuff like that. That the guy was cheating, and then he lied and said he only cheated 3 or 4 times.
Oh, what about the cigar?
I don't know. He said tobacco.
Oh. I said tobacco. Oh, yeah, it kind of sounds the same. Anyways, so he said he only cheated 2 or 3 times, 4 times, or whatever when he was younger. And
wait, what's his name?
I can't remember.
I know Magnus is the
Hans Niemann.
Hans Niemann. Oh, dude, you knew like the last name and everything.
Yeah. So
Hans Niemann.
So Hans Niemann said, "Oh no, I only cheated a couple times," and then Chess.com was like, "No,
nah, yeah,
the results are in.
Yeah,
turns out you are a liar.
Yeah,
he cheated over 100 games online."
Yeah, so the thing is, look, he beat the world champ, who was literally regarded.
Are they checking his butt on that picture?
Yeah.
I think that that has nothing to do with the actual.
Okay.
Look, so that was probably like on the second match, but look, so what happened was, Hans Niemann comes in, he plays against Magnus like in person, so that's where like the whole chess.com thing doesn't matter, but. Chess.com did a whole thorough report, and they can literally check if you're like going between website and like clicking off of it to make sure that you're not cheating. So their algorithm was able to calculate that he's cheated over 100 and something times on chess.com, which apparently is like where everything takes place. Yeah. Who knew chess.com was so big? But we can go on chess.com right now and play against people we wanted to. But
so another thing besides that, there's several tournaments for money that he cheated in, where he beat other grandmasters respectively.
Were they able to catch him like that?
No. So what chess.com was doing was they were like sending messages behind the scenes to try to prevent like this basically. Yeah. And like it's basically a PR thing. Is like, all right, we're trying to like do this discreet.
Yeah, because it's the most legit.
We're gonna give you another chance if you like come out and say that you actually did all this stuff.
I just don't understand how they can explain the whole in person. I get cheating online, like you can ban them off the site because that's what they ultimately resulted on.
Right.
They banned them off chess.com. He cannot compete there, and which sucks for him because that's where most of the chess competitions take place.
Yeah.
So with him being banned from chess.com, it literally like ruins his whole career. But the thing is, when he beat Magnus, he was in person. That is what people are like. They show the chart like based on how perfect you play, because there's perfect games. And they said that from Magnus says that he could tell just from like what he had seen him play before, because he studied his opponent, to what he was playing against him, that something was off, from the very beginning. That's where the whole conspiracy theories broke off. But at the end of the day, he won in person. So unless we can prove it, it sucks for him because his whole career is ruined.
What's odd though is that so he used a computer to help him like do the right moves.
So basically what happens is chess.com has their learning algorithm. It sees it has an AI that has all the probable moves, and saying like the 95% plus tile is like all AI. And then they reviewed other grandmasters games, and they said all these people played in 90%, but there was like 1 or 2 games where they would actually be like AI level.
Yeah.
But it was never consistent enough for them to do that. All those 100 matches that he plus 100 matches that he did were all AI level.
They matched the AI.
Yeah. The highest one is Magnus.
Magnus,
Magnus is like the closest to a perfect. Like,
which is kind of crazy though, because this showed that AI just wins a chess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they can calculate if you do every move you make. They have a counter for it.
I know, but that's it. Like, there's no like, oh, can you beat an AI now anymore?
No, it's gotten to the point that it's impossible.
It's literally impossible.
You think he just learned what the AI did?
That's what I think. I think like he got lucky on this match. Like he's cheated so many times. He knows.
He learned the optimal moves.
He knows what's the perfect move.
Like, you can't argue for him even though he's cheated this many times.
No. Block him from the thing.
Well, he's saying that.
The only problem is he actually like could have beat Magnus because he studied the whole the proper
algorithm
move every time.
What he's saying,
if he would have done it like offline against himself, or like say like
right,
different
but what he's
games,
saying is that
that's different because he's like studying. It's another thing if you do it against other people in tournaments for money.
Right.
Look,
but what he's saying that it's crazy that he actually beat the guy in
he
person.
beat Magnus in person.
So he must know something, at least by his own
no,
brain.
Yeah.
So this basically can fall under like the whole talent versus hard work. All right, he might have been cheating, but he was probably paying attention to the moves he was making him memorize everything. So at the end of the day, Magnus can be like this talented world champion, but he has memorized enough moves that he could have won.
So the way chess is played, there's like set styles, right?
Yes.
Like there's, okay, I'm gonna do this. This goes into this. This goes into this.
Yes.
He said in an interview that he had studied the play
Yes.
that Magnus was gonna play. Magnus had only played that once, like 10
a bunch
plus
of
years ago.
ago.
So why would he study one thing and
What,
only that one?
what if he's played against other people who do it often? And the thing is, like, it doesn't matter what your opponent. What matters is you've played enough. You've seen the right move enough times.
So you're saying that he lucked
Yes.
out enough to
Yes.
study only one move set.
No,
and that was good enough.
no. Once used by Magnus doesn't mean once used by everybody else he's played against.
But he's studying Magnus, not everybody else.
No, that's just bullshit. That's like he's just
'cause
covering them for
he's
himself.
studying the best player in the world.
Look, here's the thing. That doesn't matter. I'm trying to explain to you is I cheated 1,000 times. I know what move to make because the computer told me this, right? If I can memorize enough of them to beat you, like I cheated them. I did not cheat you.
Yeah, but you're still saying that using cheats to
No,
better yourself to then use it in person, it's still good. It's not.
No, that's why I literally
So
explained
it,
to you.
but that's what
it
he
doesn't
said.
matter.
That's why I explained to you
Yeah.
the difference
Like
between hard work and talent.
So, like,
Yeah.
literally everything he's done up until that point is null. It's invalid. None of that is
Well,
good.
it's- well,
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Give
Yeah.
the wins back to the other people, but it does not change the fact that me in this state, I'm better than Magnus in this moment.
Because he actually learned it.
Yeah, because there's a difference. Because look, whenever you're doing math, it's all memory. Like at this point, I don't have to count how many times it's 7 times 7 to know it's 49.
Okay. So
You got it.
they,
I was like, wait a minute.
they also brought up the fact that the guy that taught him how to play was also a cheater. So how does that benefit?
It doesn't. It literally everything's
to
just
me,
stacked
like,
against them.
It still doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you use cheats to better yourself to still technically cheat and win.
You use
If he
cheats. You use cheats to better yourself to beat the world's greatest chess person. I would held my head high as fuck.
This reminds me of the way that they do security in computers. So they put like the attacker and the
don't they like
defender.
hire hackers to go?
Right,
against
that's one way to do it. But that's kind of how they do to
you? Are
better.
those beers cold?
I mean, they're as cold as.
Because luckily it's not hot
Yeah,
as
they're
fuck in
cold.
here. Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna have to drink the other. Shit.
you have to.
And that made a lot of noise.
Jesus doesn't approve of
No.
littering.
So what I was gonna say.
He's spilling beer.
I don't
everywhere.
know. I don't think you threw it at me
Already
fast
fell.
enough for
Now you
it
gotta
to
chug
like
the
pop like
thing.
that, but it shook somehow.
You gotta chug it now.
Do you guys still have napkins over there?
No,
No.
they're fucking soaking wet.
What I was gonna say is that in the attacker and defender thing is that's what they do is that you try to attack the thing and by learning how to attack your defense, well, you learn to do a better defense.
But
So using like he said, you can ban him and say, okay, all those wins you gotta give the money back because
Yeah.
you didn't win right. But the fact that you were able to learn from this AI and have it memorized to beat someone, it's all now in your head.
I think
but
you're
that-
more concerned about honor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At that current point in time, it doesn't matter because he's stained by the fact that he cheated.
Yeah, because at the end of the
And-
day, like people aren't gonna like.
and-
Okay,
no one
let me
notice
ask you
him like
something.
that.
What if he did not participate in any of those events? He just played against AI until he memorized those moves, and then
Okay,
he beat the
that's-
world champion.
that's a di-
What's
that's
the
a
difference?
difference.
No,
That's
it's different.
different.
It's different because you're crushing other people on your way up.
Oh,
and it's
right,
not
right.
your
No,
turn.
but I'm just talking about the last match. I'm not talking about the other people.
Yeah.
Because theoretically at this point, if he cheated on all his matches, made money to continue his career,
Yep.
he wouldn't have never gotten to that point.
Yeah.
What if he studied the AI long enough to then go and participate in all
No,
this?
it's different because he's getting paid. He can probably not have to work and play more games.
So he
Like-
cheated. He
Possibly.
Like,
Right.
Every step,
Well, okay.
every step of the way.
Yeah, the practicality of things. I
Practicality.
get you. I get you.
Because if he wouldn't, if he never would have cheated and then won against people, then he would have never gotten to the point where he was like, "Oh, I can just keep doing this over and over again." Because then he would have never, if he skipped the process.
Talking about the path.
Yeah, he skipped the process of actually learning the real way, or say like if he would have just studied against AI from the get go, And then people would have interviewed him. Well, how'd you get good? Well, I played against an AI computer and over again. And I used this person's tactics, and then I tried this person's tactics. And then I started learning the game more and more and this and that. But instead, he decided to do the cop way out. I cheated out.
Like I told you, I think your matter of fact is just honor. He has none. There's no
exactly. The devil doesn't have any honor like Jesus.
Bro, I'm all with him, dude. I'll shove shit up your ass so you can win.
Exactly. That's why the anal beads has been proven. And you can have him.
Yeah, so that leads into our next part of the story. Is like there's an actual like engineer students that came up with anal beads to help you like be able to do chess moves. Mm-hmm. So if you want to be Magnus, you did say you were gonna make it up for Tony. Yeah. So if you want to be Magnus, you can definitely do it.
They beat us to it.
I'm testing.
Wait. But they beat us.
Yeah, remember you said you were gonna test the anal beads to be the new
as long as you want, but they beat us to it. Yeah. I'm sorry.
So Tony, like you've been quiet this entire time after hearing both Jesus and the devil. What do you think?
Who do you think's right? Who do you think's wrong?
I think that let me just start. What Eric was saying about him being barred and him, he obviously was using the AI to, for malicious intent. He's not doing it just because he wants to be good at chess. He was doing it so he can
get paid,
go after the Grandmaster, make money, win these competitions. There was no way that he was doing it just solely for the love of the game.
He's doing it for exposure.
And I think Oscar's point was like, what's the difference between somebody just studying a Grandmaster's moves for years as opposed to just using an AI to teach them? He's still learning it. He's just doing it his own way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Both of y'all have a point, but I think definitely he should be banned.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
And
I mean, Magnus already said that he's not going to go to any tournament that he's at.
Yeah, because the thing was like, because they had the rematch. He played one move and he was like, I can't do this. Like he was so he's so
it
upset
wasn't
about
a rematch. It was a different tournament, I think.
Yeah, it was a second.
Because he lost to him at the first tournament, and he was like, he obviously in the back of his mind he was like, this game was weird. And then on the second tournament, where he said in his tweet longer that he didn't want to go because he had doubts about this guy, and he showed up. He said, "Fuck it, I'll go." And then 3 turns in, he was like, "Nah, this is way too fucking fishy. I'm out."
Yeah. So, but I think at the end of the day, you guys have to acknowledge, like, if you haven't seen it, Magnus is a fucking god in the chess world. Like, this dude has like the closest thing to a perfect game, like compared to everybody else. Like, he's so great, and to be defeated by somebody who came up cheating, it kind of hurts.